I don't know about you, but way back in the day when I was in middle school, I saw a video by Stunts Amazing, which showcased some of the best freerunning and parkour within that year. And my buddy and I, our younger selves, both saw that and were like, holy shit, we need to do this stuff ourselves. From that day on, for about 4 years, we would be obsessed with parkour, wanting to do it wherever we went. Being gamers, it also opened up our eyes to the game Mirror's Edge, one of the first good parkour explicit games out there, not counting Assassin's Creed. After Mirror's Edge Catalyst and Dying Light 2 came out, I didn't think there would ever be a game truly about the spirit of freerunning. All the other games are about fighting and using the environment to fight. While those are good and fun, I wanted it based in reality, where the cool and fun factor did not come from beating enemies in fights, but by doing parkour on its own, which is exactly what I am getting with Rooftops and Alleys. I'll first talk about the maps. There are only 3 maps in the game that are currently released to us: a steel yard, construction site, and a schoolyard. First, I'll start with the positives. Each map on its own is great, and while there are plenty of unfilled textures for most objects, I can't help but feel it was a design choice, because let's be honest, some of the most perfect places to do parkour are in unfinished areas, usually abandoned or empty construction zones. So to me, I feel as if it fits. Trying to do a smooth run through each map is possible. Fluidity is what the game is based around, and the map design and placement of objects and walls really speaks to that. Now let's talk negative. Between each map, the color palette is not very wide in range. It is usually lots of gray, brown, orange, some greenery, graffiti in some places, so color-wise, it is not very pretty to look at, in its current stage at least. Unless you're looking to find new routes to try, then it is very good. A majority of the map design so far is not meant to look good or satisfying with the color choice. It is really just created to see if the flow can be achieved between each map. I do feel like there can be some extra things to do though, like on the edges of each map there's like 50 feet or so of open area surrounding the freerun zone, and I think it would be fun to add some like in schoolyard, maybe on the streets can be parked cars, trash cans, street lights, or on steel yard, the edges can have stacks of steel or metal scrap piles like at those logging sites. But outside of that, my complaints on map design come from coloration and lack of perimeter obstacles, but I'm sure that those will be added in the future. Overall, map design and fluidity is a 7 out of 10. Now, there are only so many things in this game that I can talk about, so I'm gonna bunch up the movement mechanics with everything else in the game, since really the only things to talk about are the maps and the things that you can do. The gameplay is very easy and simple to understand. The learning curve is maybe around 30 minutes of just running around and testing things out and understanding the basic controls, which is nice because there are not many buttons that you need to memorize. Aside from the run button and the move around stick, everything is pretty standard. To test your skills, there are time trials littered around each map, which are good fun to try and earn gold on every single one, even though it can get frustrating at times. That was not a good run at all. Oh, no! Damn, that was so close. Come on, come on, come on. God. So close every time. No! God! God damn it. God. I think 35 seconds or less. God, it's so hard. Oh! Oh my god. Thank God. There are also challenges to get as many points as possible when doing tricks, and you can grab these orbs to give yourself more time. However, I don't really like to do them at all. The movement is very well made. There are very few stutters in the animations. Like, every trick is made to smoothly transition into the new move that you decide to do in that moment. It is very fluid, and nothing seems to be out of place or very outlandish with the tricks that you can pull off, since a lot of the vaults and flips are things that you see all the time in YouTube videos, so you know that they're realistic and possible to do. There is a very cool first-person mode that is very reminiscent to the look of Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Options here. Oh, first-person view?
Yeah, dude, first person's raw. It looks really good.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
Like first person.
Dude, I fucking love it. Oh my god. However, if you're prone to motion sickness, then I would not use it, given how the camera follows the eyes perfectly. It is kind of disorienting, but it's still kind of cool to have. You can change the weather from bright and sunny to a thunderstorm, but aside from visuals and looks of the terrain, rain or shine, it doesn't change anything. Change weather to sunny, change it to rainy. Okay, that's not working. Oh, never mind, it did. Okay, so now it's winter. Or winter. I'm dumb. But dude, that first person mode, holy that's cool. You can change into this pigeon and fly around the map to get good views or start off the hard to reach spots with ease, which is basically the only thing that you can do with the pigeon. But it is also kind of funny just to turn into a pigeon and fly away after hitting the ground at the speed of a meteorite, hearing your character spazzing through the ground as you fly away. There is a setting to customize the look of your character, but there are not many options of things you can add on or change. You can change pants, backpack, head look, shirt, shoes, and you can change the color on them as well, but there's really no reason to customize since nothing affects the character's movement. Unless you're just trying to look really cool, then the customization is really nice to have as well. Now, something we all need to remember is that this game just came out, and it is being made by a single person. For what it is, this game is very, very good, and I'm excited to see more in the future, but here are a few things I'm hoping to see come in future updates. I would love for there to be some kind of multiplayer. Like, if you have friends, you can join up together and run around. This could add in a possibility of having online time trials that other players set up, a race the ghost type of challenge. It would also be very cool to have a create a map feature where we can have a blank slate and create parkour maps and put them up online for players to download and test out. Because I would love to be able to see what other players could do in a game like this when creating a map. I mean, look at Halo with the map browser. So many maps have been created and downloaded to play as challenges, and it keeps the game fresh, and I believe it can do the same for this game as well. I hope that eventually in the future, that weather would actually affect the maps. Like things become slippery when it's raining, you know, when it's wet and coming in on a tricky landing could make you slip and fall. But the last thing I would really want, the icing on the cake, is a Hall of Meat-esque type of minigame, where you need to try and hurt your character as much as possible. And seeing how this is a parkour game, where injuries would happen all the time in real life, I don't see why a minigame about that would get any negative feedback. But we won't know until there are more updates in the future. In conclusion, this game is one that I am very excited to play more of and watch grow. I want this game to succeed because there's no other game like it. And to be honest, a game like this is kind of a dream for me, and I'm sure it is for many other people as well. Keep working hard, MLMEDIA. I'm excited to see what you got for us in the future. Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Dude, I missed the goal by 0.167. God. Give me the goddamn gold. Okay, now I know how the zipline works. That's a plus. Yes! Got gold. Thank God.